Me? Hi, kids. Are we doing this again? Are we really doing this again? Yes. Well, thanks to the bell, what a band! Could you believe it? What a step up from just a kazoo. That's unbelievable. And folks, unbelievable. And the incredible witticism on the lyrics there was also quite a bit. David, be good, and certainly, and I will not be good, but nevertheless. Well, it's good to have everybody here. We have a great show today. We have, as has been mentioned, Pat Morita. I will be teaching you a little different thing to call him in a moment. We have, some karate people coming in. We were going to have a whole bunch of them, but as I understand, the instructor broke his kneecap this time. If you recall, they've been having multiple demonstrations out here, and they would say, okay, it's really safe, it's really nice, everybody come on out. Oh, I'm sorry, we can't, the instructor broke his collarbone. Well, this time it's a kneecap. And then one day, of course, they're tough karate people, and we're going to have the demonstration, but it's raining, so it's canceled. So I think we're going to have one of them escorting Mr. Morita a little bit later, so anyway, that's the deal. We're here to have a little fun, take a little break from those incredibly monotonous benefits meetings, and to raise money for the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation, primarily. Okay, so we'll have a little top 10 list for you. We'll do some different things. So I have just a few things I would like to point out here. First of all, there's things going on in the news we need to talk a little bit about just to bring you guys up to date. Bush and Gore are running for president, okay? Bush and Gore are running for president. We decided that they have decided now to scrap the debates completely. No, there are going to be no debates. This just came out this morning. What they're going to do is have Bush and Gore take turns explaining our new benefits package. And whoever does that the best will be declared winner by acclamation. The problem, of course, there are two problems there. Bush doesn't understand it and will never get it. And of course, Al keeps referring to it as this complicated benefit scheme. So we don't know really what's going on there. Of course, and of course, Al has been taking a lot of. Notice I'm calling him Al now. It used to be it was Vice President or Gore. Now it's Al because at the convention, everything he's walking around going. He used to be walking around like behind Clinton like a robot, and now he's pretending to see people in the audience. Yeah. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? And if you look at the camera from the other, they never show the other way because there's nobody gesturing to him. Nobody. But of course, you don't know that because if you think it's you, well, I'm not gesturing, but it's probably the person right behind me and you're too polite to turn around and look. And the camera's always facing the other way, so the TV audience doesn't know, so he can get away with it. Look, I'm popular, I'm a personal guy. I may do that myself. Say hi to the kids for me. Yeah. Well, Bob Knight's been in the news lately. Bob's got a new job, now. He was at Indiana University, great job there. Now I understand he's working with a furniture company. So it's a full-time job for him. He's having trouble with this new job, though, because his supervisors are getting on him, because every time he sells a sofa, he throws in a chair. Throws in a chair. Is there like a drum thing, like a little...
So he's the chairman?
Yes, he's the chairperson now, we're supposed to call. We're not supposed to, or just simply chair.
I just came from that meeting.
Yes, so, okay, so you got that. They're changing things all over the place now. We're going to from chairman to chairperson or just simply chair. I even heard that they're changing the name of that town Sacramento to Sacra People Toe. So now we've got this guy Pat Morita. I mean, that wasn't in the monologue. So
we're winging it now.
Can we do anything else here? Okay. So we. Okay, so if I need to pause, I can just do that. It's a ploy that works for him. Pat Morita's coming. His name is not really, I don't know how many of you know this, but his name is not really Pat. Did you get that? Or is anybody, his name is not really Miyagi. Nobody call him Miyagi, okay? Don't call him Miyagi. It's really Morita. But the first name is Okay, it's Noriyuki. Noriyuki Morita. Now, I would like to teach, and just to show him what a multicultural, diverse group we are, I would like to teach you guys his name when he does come in. We're gonna do that. So it's repita after me. No. No. That's a little too much H on it. No. Kind of slow. No. Good. Yes. Re.
Re.
No re.
No re.
Very good. Very good. You.
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 Ki.
Ki.
Yuki.
Yuki.
All right. Noriyuki.
Noriyuki.
Kaoling, who you all know as Irene. How did I do? Yes. You call her Irene, I call her Kaoling. That's really her name. Okay, so we're going to start using real names around here, not this anglicized stuff. Okay, now let's put it all together. Noriyuki. Okay, ready? Noriyuki.
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 Noriyuki. Now a little more from the gut now. Okay, like think bonsai here. Okay. Noriyuki. Okay, very good. That's very good. Okay, now we're okay. If anybody's not aware of this at this point, there are space issues around here. Does anyone not know that? We've got the band cramped into the corner. A space issue right here. Is that what was said back here?
I was going to mention that. The space between your ears.
Okay, but we're looking for space. And so what I wanted to do was just make a few comments about the space issues, you know, in the context of the.
What? Is everybody okay?
Charlie, are you wanting to?
Is there a problem?
I don't know. Charlie's looking at me kind of funny. He's gesticulating.
Charlie's a Cardi, of course.
You want me to talk about the space?
You better run it.
Yes, Charlie's those hand gestures from the back of the room were not.
Were they their finger gestures?
It was, I thought he was like a Vietnam War vet there for a second with 4 of his fingers blown off. only one left.
The only thing I can say is Jim Fitzgibbons, who did his tutelage under Mr. Waynerman, has solved the space problem.
Okay, well, so we don't have a space issue. Okay. Well, let's have a look here. What do you got for us? This is you have to describe this because I don't know.
Jim and his gentlemen have reconfigured every laboratory in the building. They're now portable offices. Or as Mr. Waynerman would say, transitional sitting positions.
Yes, they're known as TSPs, I think.
We will pass this around for anyone that cares to view it.
Just make a sign-up list on the back. Be the first in line to get from one of these. Just think of it, multi-purpose, like multi-purpose offices. No more time wasted going down to the restroom. None of that. We want to have an automatic thing.
Total utilization of the space.
Okay, that's what we're after. Total space utilization, TSP.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for not start to address the space issue there. We had Charles Zaccardi come up with one possible answer, so we're going to ease the situation there. We have some other we just have another interim solution here for the space situation. I heard an idea when I like to work out in the exercise room there, and I heard an idea from Dave Zahn, one of our treasured DNS employees, who will be on the, we haven't just kind of put this together to show some ideas for how we might be able to do this. It starts off in front of the bat signal at the, which is also the Motorola symbol, by the way, at the front of the exercise room. So let's just take a quick look here.
Here's the projector and the screen. Look at this.
Play. We're going to play. We're going to try and resolve some of these space issues that we've had lately. Be in here. Oh, okay. No, never mind. Okay. Okay. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, there's my good friend Dave Zahn.
Hey.
I call him the Zahnmeister. He practices art of Zen, Zahn Buddha. And there's Billy Marin. Come on over.
My coffee.
All right.
Hey, your hands are all sweaty.
Well, I've been working out. What do you say? My partner, Bill Marin.
Yeah.
My name's Friday. And I carry a badge. But it's still a GI badge, all right? Okay. The other day we were discussing the space issues. Come on, a little closer. We were discussing the space issues, and we were trying to resolve that. And Dave Zahn had an idea, and I thought I would just get him to share it with you on the show here. So, Dave, what's your concept here?
Well, Dave, you know, the company has purchased all this equipment. Yeah. Bikes, and treadmills, expensive weight machines, but I think there's a new product on the market that take the place of all of that. I think you really only need one piece of equipment now to do everything.
One piece. What would that be?
It's the exercise ball.
The exercise. There it is.
Wow.
There it is.
That's all you need.
The exercise ball. Now, how would you use that? Would you you got a little poster here or something? Can you zoom right in on that poster? Can they see that poster there? Just zoom right in on the poster there.
There's so many different exercises. You can do some of my favorites are the sitting position.
You got to project this way, make sure they can hear. I don't know if they can hear that. So you got a big mouth like me. You see that? Can you zoom right in on the tabletop? Looks
That's advanced, Dave.
And that's advanced stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oblique abdominal curl.
Look at this. Now this one looks invigorating. Okay, the oblique abdominal curl. We're going to experiment with that a little bit today. So let's take a look at comparing certain exercise techniques. Yeah. Why do this when you comfy there, Bill?
Yes, I am. Hurry up, Dave.
Okay. Why do this?
You can do this.
Work it, Bill.
Stay with it. Stay with it.
All right, hang in there, Bill.
Can you turn the page for me, Dave? Because...
Sure.
Thank you.
Action, all right.
Why do this?
You can do this.
Come on, Bill. You got a chance to be a good fighter. I'm telling you, son, you can do it. It's like Rocky goes to the body like you wouldn't believe.
Does this make me look fat?
Nothing can make you look fat, Bill. Adrian! Adrian! Hey, Adrian! I fought Spider tonight. I done real good. You should have seen me. Yeah. You know what?
What?
I am the law. Oh, that's the wrong movie. Never mind, okay.
See, you look good, Dave.
Gentlemen, you have it here. You heard it here first. We got to replace all this equipment. We can put cubes, and probably get 30, 40, 50 cubes in here. Hell, I don't even know. Because we're only going to use the exercise ball. Think of it. We can put it at people's desks. They could exercise while they're sitting, working on the computer, maybe pump their feet and, power the computers with the pedals. You don't need all this equipment. All you need is, these balls. Exercise balls. Shut up, Bill. Bill, we're still on camera here.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. This is called synchronized ball passing. Okay? A new technique. It doesn't always work. Oh, what are you doing? Hey! Look it up. Hey! Okay. I get exhausted just watching you on that thing, Bill.
I know, me too.
It's just an incredible thing there.
The amazing thing is people see me come down here and go to the gym, and I just have the newspapers in my gym bag.
Well,
Lay on that ball.
and how do you keep in such immaculate physical condition?
That's it. It's the ball.
See, since you started doing this, Bill, this kazoo thing here, the neck used to be sized for this. And you see how much his neck has shrunk since then.
I've lost weight you wouldn't believe.
Oh, yeah. If only his head would shrink that much, would be all right. Okay, what do we got here? By the way, one other great incentive We get $5 to get in here, but if you feel compelled to contribute more, by all means do so on the way out. Don't be intimidated by those fellows in the black shirts with the sunglasses. They won't hurt you, most likely. So I don't think they will, anyway. And I think one major incentive, by the way, to contribute, if we get enough money and we cure this thing, we can get the hell rid of this Waynerman thing. I mean, is that an incentive or what? I mean, right there, you know. Today I have in my hands right here a copy of today's top 10 list.
Oh, top 10.
Top 10. We have,
what is the topic?
Actually we have 11 on the list. Because we figure since it's not the quality of the Letterman show, we'll throw in an extra one. You know, and that's what we did last year. We had 11 on our top 10 list. It's still known as a top 10 list. But today's topic, top 10 ways to get rid of those damn Nokia phones and the people who have them. Now, folks, as most of you are probably aware, this is going to be my last living act as an employee of this company. I know you're aware of that. So anyway, you know, you probably saw the weekly postings by Mr. Galvin. One of his pet peeves was, you know, people walking around with Nokia. We thought we would help. If you come into our property with a Nokia phone, two things will happen. One, we will find you. Two, we will kill you. We'll just make this public. Number 9. Offer to trade the first 300 Nokia phones for DirecTV satellite packages. Oops, wait a minute. We bought GI, didn't we? Yeah, okay, all right. Number 8. A vote for the presidential candidate that promises to declare war on Finland and just bomb the living hell out of Nokia facilities. That ought to set them back a month or two. They'll probably find some other way to get around. Number 7. Offer to trade 1-for-1 Nokia phones for the ambassador program's inventory of 8-track tapes. I'm not sure I should add anything to that. There's a lot to be said for the ambassador program. Keeping their inventory up to date, they are, yes. Someday they may sell them. It's kind of like products around GI. You know, we keep them on here. They're 20 years old, but we may sell them someday, right? Okay. Number 6. Take a couple of those lousy Nokia phone-holding SOBs out and shoot them. It wouldn't take but 1 or 2. You'd think they would get the message there. Number 5. Put all Nokia phone holders on an island and have stupid, supercilious, self-aggrandizing contests. Have them vote each other off. Winner gets to keep their job and gets a free mote phone. Will there be any survivors? Nothing says there has to be. Bill, you wanted to be on that. I know you wanted to be on that show.
I did.
So I'm not sure.
If I survive this.
Did you say that should get you on at least? You should get a free ticket. I forgot what the hell number we're on. Number 4, I think. Number 4, offer a Motorola phone free to anyone who writes a verse to the new hit song "One Motorola," sung to the tune of Guantanamera.
And here it is.
Wait a minute. You haven't heard a.
Well,
You haven't heard any of that?
just improvise.
You haven't heard? They haven't heard of that?
No,
Haven't
I've never heard of that one.
Okay, I happen to have a copy with me here. I'll favor you with a brief snatch of this. One Motorola. One Motorola. Very hard for me. One Motorola.
The words mean we were a sincere company from the land of the cable television. We believed that no one wanted to buy us. And then, one day, one Motorola, sing with me, we are one Motorola.
Like Peter Yarrow, Peter Paul Mary. One Motorola. One Motorola, folks. Some of you may know that under some alternate names, such as 1 ton of marrow, 1 ton tomato, or I get 1 ton of fan mail. Which is something I will never be in danger of doing. Okay, that should, okay, that's probably enough of that. All right.
For our singing careers.
What are we on, number? Number 3, thank you, yes, thank you. Number 3, we have Motorola phones cause 99 and 44 100ths less radiation poisoning than the leading competitive brand. All right. Okay, number 2. Tell new employees when they walk in the door on their first day, buy a Motorola phone or we will stick you in the corridor. And folks, if you don't believe, see, some of you are laughing. If you don't believe me, go down there and look. We've solved the space problems. I think we've already had plenty of that. So what else could there be? They're not buying Motorola phones. All right. And of course, the number 1 reason Chris is so... All right. All right.
We are the world. We are the children. Some of the bad people could go into corridors, too.
Well,
If you're bad in your section, you go to the
you
corridor.
could just, yeah, send them to the kind of a punishment thing. Careful, you could be
Either
talking
there or
yourself
one
into
of the
something
smaller
here.
seats, you know.
You could be talking yourself into something here,
I've been in the corridor.
young man.
Yeah.
Don't make me come over there.
Please.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us today a man well known for his portrayal as Arnold on Happy Days and has forever etched his place in the minds and hearts of moviegoers worldwide. Probably best known for his role as Mr. Miyagi, the wise and caring karate master in the Karate Kid movies, for which he earned nominations from the Academy and Golden Globe Awards as Best Supporting Actor. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Morita. We always to look at people in Karate Kid.
Yeah, always look high. Always look high.
Yes, sir. That's the voice. All right, you may want to dismiss your...
You may go now, sweetheart.
Wax on the cars, the parking lot.
Wax on.
We are, all right. Now we're going to try this. We rehearsed a little bit, I have to admit. We're going to try this. Okay, but we had, just bear with me for a second. All right, let's do 1, 2, 3, and remember we practiced. All right, 1, 2, 3, Noriyuki. So now we're not going to do the Pat thing. It'll be a Noriyuki. All right.
Miyagi just had orgasm.
I'm going to have to come to my senseis. Should we ascend the podium here?
Clean up in aisle 3.
We have you're on the microphone. Have a seat there. Thank you very much. So nice of you to be here. Okay. Did you have a good flight? Everything work out for you well?
Oh, yeah. Beat the heck out of Kamikaze Airlines. At least I got a guaranteed round trip home.
I have a few questions I wanted to ask you, and I want to get around and ask if anyone has a question that they would like to ask to Mr. Morita.
Sure.
Noriyuki Morita, and you have to be able to say his name first. So, no, not really, but you should, okay? Because we've practiced this, we've rehearsed this.
Oh, by the way, I got a great idea for how to get rid of those Nokias.
Okay.
You make Miyagi a Motorola man.
There we go.
And you'll see how many people will buy Motorola's and therefore eliminate Nokias.
There's an idea. There's an idea.
All those others.
There you go.
Do I know how to hustle myself or what? That would be fun to do. That'd be fun.
Yeah, something like we put the crane in there.
Sure.
Motorola phones better balance or something, something like that.
Motorola catch a fry for you. Chopstick. Yes. Bring chopsticks and you sell them a lot. Don't see the antennas could be in the form of
Yes,
chopsticks.
in the form of antennas.
Sure.
Yes.
Now we're cooking here.
We're in free forming here, so if anybody wants to just jump right in.
Jump right in. Where's the creative session right here going on, right?
You know, and of course, when you answer the phone, it could be a phone on, phone off.
Phone off. Phone on, phone off.
I had this discussion with Scott right before the thing, you know. Scott, should I wear a badge? He said, badge on, badge off, badge off. So I took the badge off. But, okay. So.
This is a fun group, jeez. I'd like to come work with you guys.
Well, you know, I've had people coming to tell me, first of all, after we got them over it's really Bill dressed up as Pat, and then people say, I love this guy, I love this guy. So I said, Dave, don't talk too much, and that's what I'm doing, so I'm going to ask a couple more questions and let you talk. So, but
you're doing fine, you're doing fine.
How does that come about? Now you were in kind of movies then, before that, right?
A little bit, yeah. But
was that your first television venture?
I had done some, well, I did a lot of the Tonight shows and that sort of thing, the variety stuff.
Yes.
But the acting stuff really, I did a lot of like Love American Style, you know, little vignette parts. And
Were you that cook on Bonanza?
Oh, for God's sake, Bill!
No, that was before my time.
And Hussein is Chinese.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
He's from the north.
And it's not.
Bob, come over here, get one of these and just stab him with it.
I mean, didn't we tell him not to ask that question?
He's Canadian. He's Canadian.
And besides, it's not fried rice, it's fried rice. You fleek.
Rah, 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 rah.
I love that kind of humor. It's like, you know, Japanese Christmas Carol, right? Leon, Leon, huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Noel, Noel.
Oh my God.
Yes. We're on the mainstream now. And then afterwards, what? Years later. I mean, you know, there's a lot of show business is a very precarious kind of business to get into. You got high highs and low lows and a lot of nothing in between sometimes. So it was a long wait between.
I'm nodding like I know.
Between and then Miyagi. Happy Days, I was very fortunate. The producer, Gary Marshall, knew me and of my work. And so he sort of handpicked me after a lot of auditions where nothing seemed to work out for them or the network. So they came to me, and it was really terrifying because my the first experience was because I went all through the week rehearsals talking like I talk, and just before showtime with a live audience, Jerry Paris, our director, God rest him forever, but he was a very understanding kind of a guy, and you always knew there was big time trouble when he'd come to you like this. Oh God, oh Pat, oh jeez, Pat, oh God, I hate this business. Oh jeez, I mean, oh Pat, oh my God.
I think he saw me before the show.
So I asked him, well, what is it? He says, no, everything's fine. Everything. The show's fun. It's funny. You're going to be great. And Gary Marshall peeks his head over the show, over Jerry's show. He says, pick an accent. We're on in 10 minutes. I mean, you know.
So you obviously did the Southern thing, you know, fine.
No. I also knew, but instinctively, that being a Jewish cook wouldn't work either. Something told me, no, this is not the way to go. So now, you know, you think cook, Chinese cook, right? So I just flew into it, and the next thing I know, Arnold, he talked like this, you know, just the way Arnold.
Just the way.
Just the way, very natural. We give him a goofy laugh. We give him a goofy laugh. The character kind of took off, and everything worked.
That's good. I'm sorry, I got to hold myself.
That's why. I like you, deep.
I like it. That's the normal state, of course. Well, the Green Acres thing was before that, so you were just little bit spots on things like that. So
Green Acres.
the name, obviously, the name Arnold did not come from Green Acres, though.
No.
That name was already taken on Green Acres.
I think so.
That was the pig. I think that was the pig. Okay, so
That was the pig.
that was okay. So we had. So you had. Well, how did they
Before my
arrive?
time. I don't know.
How did they arrive on at Arnold? Did you get to pick the name or?
No, that was already there.
Already there.
The kids always, you know, the Fonz, he controlled Arnold's drive-in.
Okay.
And so, but they never could find an Arnold until Miyagi came along and faked a few bars, you know. But I mean, I don't know. It was meant to be. They couldn't find an Arnold for about 2 seasons. So I joined them their 3rd season.
Well, we used the Happy Days theme coming in here, but I did want to spend quite a bit of time. I think probably what you're at least best known and got the most critical acclaim for certainly was the role as Miyagi, as we have occasionally seen fit to allude to during the show. And I was just people have asked me this the last few days. Ask him how much of Miyagi is Morita and Morita Miyagi, and how much is?
That's a very interesting question. People that ask me,
Because you were so good. I mean, you were so
how
real.
did this character come about? The amazing thing is, by the 5th page of the script, I knew how he talked, I knew how he thought, I knew how he walked. I didn't know karate, but I knew Miyagi voice come from my father. My father had very rough voice like this because his father hit him in the head all the time. After a while, you can't say ouch, you say, "Tell you do that for?" You hit me again, what you do that for? Oh, okay.
Well, I watched this movie too soon, I think, because I'm now into I feel like I should say something like,
well, you know, one of the...
Anything you want.
Sign the floor, okay. But one of the great ironies about the Karate Kid and Miyagi was I was not ever wanted for that role. Everyone who was had any kind of acting background in the industry auditioned for it, and somehow, and I'm talking everybody except yours truly, because the producer, he had this attitude, you know, I don't want a comedian, I want an actor. And all he remembered me was from all the comedic parts I'd ever done.
Yeah.
So thankfully, the casting lady, Carol Jones, she kept throwing my name out on the table. And John Avildsen one day decided now they're about ready to shoot, like 5 or 6 weeks away, and they don't have a Miyagi. So he says, bring in whoever's left to bring in. I'll read them, right? So John Avildsen, by the way, directed Rocky. He was an award-winning.
Or it had a
kind
couple of references to that. And you probably don't want Stallone in the role of Miyagi or something like that. So,
you know, maybe his crease, you know, or something. Hey.
Yeah, you don't want that. You wouldn't want that.
It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. So anyway, I came in, I read for the part, and got the part. And Jerry Weintraub, our executive producer, the fellow that didn't want me, to his credit, he called and said, Pat, I almost made a horrible mistake, and I want to be the first to congratulate you. You got the part. So the rest is history.
And we're pretty glad of that, too. I think.
Well, needless to say, it all worked out wonderfully. It certainly put my name. I got a story about Noriyuki, too, how that happened.
Noriyuki.
I was born with that name.
You know how to say that, right? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Noriyuki.
Very good. See, they're good.
Please, a man your age, we don't want to say it too many times.
No.
After what happened the
I
last
can't have too many orgasms at once. You know? We have to put
We have
on this
recovery
a little
time
bit.
here, so.
Yeah. No, but so we're sitting around, and Jerry Weintraub says, you know, and he was serious. He says, you know, I wish we could have got like a real Japanese actor. I said, well, wait, I'm Japanese. He said, no, you know, we're talking about a Japanese guy with a Japanese name. I said, I got a Japanese name.
You thought you were born with Pat.
Yeah. Is this the face of our pet? Wait a minute.
Well, just call me Pat. Does Noriyuki, does it mean something? Well, you tell me that in a minute. Finish your story.
Yeah, well, and so I said, I got a Japanese name. He said, what is it? Noriyuki. He said, I like that. How come you never use it? I said, you know how long it is to put Noriyuki Morita up on a marquee? Pat, they fit it in, you know?
But see, but we like it, so it's. So
Yeah,
but does it
so
does
they-
it have significance, a meaning?
Depending on the characters, there's a number of ways to write Noriyuki, but the way mine is written, first of all, Morita. Mori is 3 trees, that's a forest, and the ta is a square like a window, and that represents fields or acres. So forest and fields. And then the first part of the calligraphy of Nori means to ride. To ride. Noru comes from the verb noru, to ride.
Noru.
So then Yuki, my Yuki, is taken from the word iku, means to go. So ride and go through the forests and fields
Okay.
is kind of what my whole name comes out to be, which is really long for the marquee. Starring, ride along through forests and fields, Noriyuki Morita. And it's,
You can kind of say it with gusto, Noriyuki Morita.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I like the, and of course, Marin has a meaning also. It means plays kazoo like a banshee. So, okay, well, if there's nothing else, I'm going to kind of close the interview with Noriyuki Morita and thank him very much for being with us.
no, listen. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you today.
All right.